When dealing with teachers, sometimes you've got some teachers that are very comfortable with technology and some teachers that are not so comfortable with technology. It was framed to them as, here's a tool, we're going to show you some basics, and then let them kind of guide their comfort level and how deeply they wanted to get. So the training was more broad-based, and then we provided other training for them for those that really wanted to get into a deeper level in using it. Well, one thing that's really important to us is the idea of differentiation, and itslearning really lends itself to that because it truly can be an individual approach to students. There's a variety of tools, and it gives the students the ability to really embrace their learning based on their strengths.
Basically, we have a staff group where we place all the teachers within that group, and that's how I can upload resources to one location that they can all access. 1 day per week, teachers will come to a training session. 2 of those sessions are designated for technology training. So I can use that session to train teachers on any area of technology. 1 of them per month is specifically designated toward the learning management system. And for that training session, one of the county office, itslearning leaders comes, and together we train the teachers.
One of the things that we think is most important is the relationship between the technology department and the teaching and learning department, to make sure that that's a unified front and that it's not just us looking at it through a technology scope, but also that our content specialists are being taken into account based on what they need, because they're on the front lines working with their teachers, hearing what maybe the high school math teachers need, and balancing that with maybe what a second grade teacher needs at the elementary school level. So we tried to involve both the academic side and the technology side when we were selecting a product. We're a fairly technology-rich district, and one of the things that we think is important is preparing our students for whatever they're going to move on to next. And so we've had technology in place for a number of years. But what we like to say is in the past we had silos of data. So our teachers may go over here for their grade book. They may go over here to communicate with their students. They may go over here to find content. And so we were looking for one place where we could combine all those things into one spot. So we were wanting to tear down the silos and have a more unified system that would really be a one-stop shop for teachers to be able to access resources, other applications through single sign-on, and then be able to integrate third-party content through things like LTI and other protocols that would allow us for plug-and-play content to connect all of our resources together. And the very first thing that we wanted to is to engage our school leaders. Without the school leaders' support at the building level, none of what we do would be successful. We exposed our principals and our assistant principals to the platform so that they could see it, they could see the value in it, they could see some demonstrations, and see some real-life examples of how the teacher would use it in their classroom. Another thing that we took advantage of is we have an instructional technology specialist located at each school that is responsible for helping integrate technology and to increase the use of technology and helping teachers be able to leverage it for whatever that teacher is teaching and whatever they want to focus on. So we did it first by exposing to our school leaders, then our ITS, and then we brought in some power users into the group. So some of our teachers that we knew were prolific users of technology in the past, we brought them in and exposed them over the last few months. We wanted to get their feedback, get some immediate feedback from them so that when we went district-wide the next fall, we would know where to begin, what some things we maybe needed to address over the summer, and also maybe some of the things that itslearning could immediately improve over the summer so that when we came back and went district-wide implementation, that we would be ready to go. We're at a very good place with itslearning at this time, and one of the things that we've most recently focused on is starting to bring in that third-party content and moving to make sure that we can get all of our resources in one place, not just our in-house resources created by the county, but our subscription-based resources as well. And using the Cumming cartridge import that's available in itslearning has been critical for that, and will continue to be critical as we move into basically all digital learning objects in the future, and not the reliance on textbooks and other tools that are in the classroom, but moving into more of the digital realm and making sure that it's accessible and available for everyone.
as an administrator, I really like the It's Learning platform, so I can go in and I can have a snapshot of what's going on in the classroom on any given day, and I myself can see the resources, I can see the video, I can see the chats going on, and so that's a real nice feature for me, that we have a lot of staff when you can't be in all places at all times, and just to be able to touch base with that, it's nice to be able to say, I noticed that this was happening the other day, here's something that I used to use in the classroom, or here's something that I saw another teacher use that you might want to think about or to offer to them.
It's Learning is simple to use. We've used multiple learning management systems over the years, and It's Learning is definitely one of the easiest that we've ever used, and it has all of the tools that the previous learning management systems have had.
I would recommend It's Learning for other districts that are looking for a solution to a digital learning platform because it offers so much more. It's a point of communication for students, a point of connectivity for students as well, being able to communicate with their teachers. It's also a great place for teachers to be able to collaborate and share resources, thereby taking more work off their shoulders to be able to share resources through resource courses and also through the content library in It's Learning. So yes, I would recommend It's Learning.